Well, oh boy, where do we begin with this one? Bumbling moron and entitled stooge Jeanie Buss, who has flushed the once greatest organization in NBA history down the toilet, sat down for a recent interview with the LA Times to flash some of her dazzling intellect, which took the Lakers from the aforementioned most storied, legendary franchise ever, well, arguably in all of sports history, and reduced them to an absolute laughingstock, league-wide joke where they hang banners for in-season publicity stunts against sub-500 teams. A team who is now a perpetual staple in the play-in tournament that can't even produce a Kobe Bryant statue 8 years after he retired that was free from spelling errors. A team who hires podcast hosts as their head coach and drafts LeBron's son with the 55th overall pick in the draft, despite not being a viable top 200 prospect. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you get when a once great individual's work is handed over to his inept loser children to drive that legacy into the ground. And we thought Jim Buss was the stupid one in this equation at one point. But Sister Jeanie told Jimmy to hold her beer and suggested that LeBron, well, might just be the GOAT. In her own deluded mind, that is. Saying, quote, "It's definitely going to be an interesting season. I mean, LeBron, how did he play in the Olympics? He might be the greatest of all time." Yeah, LeBron, who wasn't even the best player for the Americans in any single game and who got carried to the gold medal by Steph Curry. That one right there made him the greatest player of all time. Yeah, not really. I mean, not any more than the 2016 championship did. In all seriousness, though, it isn't a surprise that Clutch Sports has gotten to Jeanie, since the deluded writing has been on the wall. The insane contract extension entering his aged 40 season, drafting the aforementioned Bronny James, hiring JJ Redick out of the engagement farming industry with zero amount of head coaching experience at any level. We knew Jeanie had been transformed into a LeBron stan jock sniffer somewhere along the way, but it is still so utterly off-putting to hear the distasteful words coming out of her mouth. An organization which has literally been home to the greatest players of all time. Hyperbole aside, the Lakers have housed an insane collection of the greatest of greats, including Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant, just to name a select few. To bestow the title of GOAT on this narcissistic, ring-chasing coward is the very definition of tone deaf, especially considering what he has helped do to this franchise. But what realistically should we expect from the moron trust of children that inherited this team? Dr. Jeanie Buss passed away in 2013, and thus the Buss Kiddies took over. And going back to the Lakers' first year in existence, predating Buss's ownership even, beginning in the 1948-49 season and running all the way through that 2012-2013 league year, the Lakers went to 30 NBA Finals and won 16 of them. That's nearly a finals appearance every other year on average for the first 65 years of their existence. Since the young Buss bums took over in 2013, that would be 11 seasons worth of data now. The Lakers have been to no credible finals, though they were awarded a fake championship trophy to commemorate an exhibition tournament played in the Disney bubble amid the COVID closures in 2020. Aside from that one big, fat, juicy asterisk, though, the Lakers have been to no additional finals at all since 2013. Hell, they haven't even been out of the first round more than one other time. That is 6 total playoff series won in 11 years, with an overall record of just 380 and 501 during that span, which is good for a roughly 43% win percentage. And have I mentioned that 6 of these 11 years have occurred on the watch of Jeanie's GOAT, LeBron James? Should be a quote, interesting season, huh, Jeanie? If by interesting you meant taking a top 3 to 4 roster in the NBA from a talent standpoint and somehow managing to not win a single playoff series, yeah, that should be pretty interesting indeed. In the meantime, Jeanie, while we all love that 1995 photo shoot you did in Playboy, perhaps it's for the best at this stage of your life and career if you just stay away from the print medium. In fact, it would probably be in your best interest if you just kept your mouth shut altogether when the topic is basketball.